What do you lack and desperately need to improve before you start saying you want Mr. Right? See, every other group in the world can acknowledge they're not perfect. Every other group in the world can acknowledge there's some holes in their game and there's some things that need to be improved. But apparently, in our culture in particular, if you say that to our women, that means you hate them. I think the people who hate you are the people who continue to lie to you.
All right, let's unwrap that part. What do you think about that last pretty much 30 seconds? Because that's all I'm gonna really play of what he just said.
I thought that was dope. I think that's a dope question just to start a conversation.
Right. So just to start from there, like, are your people lying to you? Do you believe, as far as like when it comes to, obviously he's talking about African American relationships, black relationships, right?
Yeah, I think he's talking about black women and how they're going forward with I guess their daily activities, how they're living life in search of a mate. I guess he's calling that into question. So I guess he's saying like, hey, the way I'm telling you is actually more accurate and gets better results than what you're saying. And the ones who are saying, hey, I'm winning with my way, he's saying, I think you're lying.
All right. So let's see. Let's get into that, because I want to see. He's going to elaborate, I guess. I mean, I would hope so. Let's see what's going on.
So that's why I'm so happy that so many people are standing up, talking back, saying this is stupid. Y'all had no problem talking about men for 50, 60, 70, 80 plus years. And the bottom line is, we're over here doing work and getting outcomes. Y'all stay over there and have your 3 or 4, 5, whatever y'all doing. Enjoy. So
I had to pause it right there for 1 second. So this is the bitter thing.
Why you say that?
I mean, because he had to mention the fact that women been talking about men for years. I don't know that. I didn't know that, because I've always had success with women. So it's been very hard for me to come from the angle of, you know what I mean? So that's why it's hard for me to understand that. So I got to say, with that, I don't have any knowledge of what it's like to, you know what I mean? To not have success or whatever the case. Because this is obviously like bitterness at its best, because he just said it right there. I didn't realize women were talking about men. I didn't even know that. But you know, I live in a rock.
I think what he mean by that is just, I guess the women, the just the natural demands that's always on men in relationships, I guess, or the requirement of men. I think that's what he's just referring to, of just what the primary role of a man is, and that's all. I think that's what he's calling to account, is just saying, hey, that's always been there. So women's always talking about this is what they want. I think that's where it goes. I don't take it as a form of complaining per se.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
One that I wanted to look at, always the honest one, says, my buildup, waiting too long to express my feelings. Ladies, this is one that kills so many pleasers, because you'll blow up or be upset about something that happened weeks ago, and it feels like you're catching a man off guard. But we'll get into it. Too independent.
Hey, I had to pause there because, you know, I want to just keep like breaking up and talk about this stuff. Catching the men off guard. Now, would it be fair to say the men are a lot more fragile nowadays? Like as strong as and as progressive, and as far as like making moves and stuff that men think they're making, they're still like, you know, when you have meters and like games sliders, you put one up, the other one goes down a little bit.
Yeah,
I think that's happening a little bit. Whereas the man's success and his understanding of what he wants and how valuable he can be is this overriding his actual like likeness.
When I think about Black men and dating in general, I think about their preferences, and sometimes I don't feel like they're always checking for us.
Hello.
Especially the Black man. The more successful, is it fair to say the more successful a Black man becomes, the less attractive he is to black to as far as not attractive. Actually, the more attractive he is, but the less you really probably want to be with him. Because if he's coming and he feels like, yo, look, I got all of this going on, man. This is what I deserve. This is what I'm gonna have. This is blah, blah, blah. You know? What do you think about that?
I think that all depends on his route to success and his relationships on that route. Because I mean, you can come out of that war zone of growth with a couple different perspectives. Because let's look at it this way. Let's just say if he was one of the unpopular cats, right?
Right.
Or the at that time before his glow up phase, the moderately attractive or maybe a little lesser attractive societal standards. He didn't get a lot of girls basically, and a lot of them played him, shunned him. So now he has a little all right, a few itches. So he goes through life. He gets a little older. He starts making money. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
He starts working out. He starts making more money. But if you're single, like say, because obviously this is only a single game we're talking. And me and you, we can't really speak to that, right? Correct.
So, but if you're single and we put this in perspective, right? I would always go at a woman the same way I went at my wife, the same way. If I find a woman I like, I'll spend massive money on her. I don't give a damn what my budget is. She'll take up a lot of it because I want that so bad. It's fucking ridiculous. So I'm sort of simping like a motherfucker. You understand? Nobody preaches that. I'm simping, whining, dining, holding doors open, paying for everything because I want to show her that you ain't gonna find no other dude basically that's gonna do this. And I'm not gonna say that. I'm just gonna present that and I'm going wholeheartedly. That's what I talk about putting all your cards on the table. That is not expressed. And when you do that, you will take L's. You will take L's. But that's do you know how much stronger you come from those L's though? Because the next woman is gonna be like, damn, somebody passed this up? Are you kidding me?
What's crazy is, all right. So I dig you, right? I dig you. I dig that concept, and obviously you're proof positive that concept can work. Same concept with my wife, but we also have to put in pretenses. How many years ago was that when you acquired that?
Right.
And that process today leaves you very vulnerable.
I don't think so.
I think it does because hold on.
Go ahead.
Then it wasn't so much a preaching of women take as much as you can from as many of them as you can. That was not the wave. That is the women. That is the female mindset right now.
And hear me out now.
And that's the sucky part. That's why I'm saying you're leaving yourself really vulnerable for those women because you got to wade through all of those to find a good one. I'll be
single, right? I would still find the woman that I want, whatever your preference is. I would still find the woman that I want. I don't give a damn if I was working at Home Depot. Look, hear me out. If I was working at Home Depot, I'm still going to find a way. And this is me being single. This is how I know I'm going to get the woman I want. Any woman that I want, I already know I'm going to put all my cards in. I'm working at Home Depot. If I see a woman that I like, she got the stuff that I like, whatever my preferences is, I'm going to take her to Roof Chris. That's about $250. I'm not going to mention the price and nothing like that, but I'm going to ask her to take her out. I want to take her out to Roof Chris. And if she let me take her out, I'm pleasing her in my budget.
Hey, yo.
And you hold on. You mean to tell me I won't get today's woman with that? Even at a Home Depot's budget, she's not going to appreciate the fact that I'm busting my ass to do what I can to, you understand? Because that's how bad I want her. Are you kidding me?
Hold on. As we having this conversation, I also have to think. We also have to factor in a lot of things. Like,
all right, help me out.
You know what I talk about when I talk about like your aura, right? Your solar system that you put out around you. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
That also applies to the women that you're attracted to and that you pull in your stratosphere that's close enough for you to touch. So a lot of the women you might pull in on your attack falls right into your solar system of what you want, and that's going to work for you. A lot of the other ones probably won't even be on your radar. They're not even in your solar system.
Well, and that's a good one. That's a good point. But what I said originally, the first thing I said was,
Because
whatever your preference is, find whatever your preference is. And I'm saying is, you take your budget, you better put emphasis on how important your needs are, your physical needs are.
We have to commit to it. We have to choose sexuality. You have to choose it knowing that it's good for you, knowing that you're going to feel good with it and that it gives you pleasure. But it's a conscious effort to choose sexuality.
People don't understand how important those needs are, because I would have dumped all the Jordans in the world. I don't care about none of those jeans, nothing. I don't care about anything. Let me have my woman. I'm good. I need my woman.
Once I'm there, I'm good.
Right. Once I'm there, I'm good. What happened to thinking about shit like that? Come on, X. Come on. You know, we married. We married.
You're 100% right, because again, hey yo, the reason I guess so many cats are taking so many L's and so upset, their solar system is off, bruh. They're pulling in and attacking the wrong ish. That's the problem, because it's like the same chick who keeps saying like, yo, men ain't ish because you got 4 baby daddies and all different guys and none of them paying you and they're all in prison. Dude, that's your solar system. You let these cats in your solar system. You kept choosing these cats. So it's the same thing, I guess, when you're talking when they're talking about, you know, these guys are upset when they're talking about women and all the things that they're talking about, because that's why cats, you're like, boom, I don't understand, bro. That's what's going on. Yeah,
right. Like, I'm lost.
That type of issue is not in your solar system.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? You're not privy to that type of stuff. It's new. That is weird. Like, they living like that over there. They got women out of pocket over there. That
I don't know. Cause like I was talking and I was like just thinking like, yo, imagine myself just being out there in the dating scene. I'm like, man, listen, like, number one, I'm a worker. I'm a man. I like that whole John Henry shit. Like, I'm just gonna work hard and come home with knuckles ashy and stuff like that, bring the money home. But when it comes to my woman, I'm doing whatever I can. My funds, I work my ass off so I could be comfortable with woman. I don't understand. Like, that was in my psyche from a kid. Everything I did had to be with woman. That was just the bottom line. Yo, when I got, I'm keep telling you too, when I got with my wife, she might have been talking to other people. I knew for a fact. First I sized the guys up and looked at them. I said to my, not for like looks or anything like that. I sized them up as far as like how much of a man they were. See, I wasn't stupid with the look shit. I sized them up by how much of a man they were. I said, you know what? These not even men. They're not going to be willing to do what I'm going to do for her. So I'm going to win this easy. What happened to that type of philosophy? That philosophy comes with, that philosophy does come with willing to lose. But you got to think to yourself, especially if you're building yourself like, yo, if I lose with that mentality, the next person I get, or the next person I get, somebody along the line is going to appreciate that and it's going to work.
Hey, yo,
and we're going to build together.
I dig that. You put yourself on the line. I might take 1 or 2 L's, but yo, I'm going to win. I'm going to win. This strategy is definitely a winning strategy.
Yeah, man.
As long as you're willing to take an L, you're going to put yourself out there, put all my cards on the table.
Right. Think about this, right? The guys that are successful, like, we're married, but the guys that are successful having multiple relationships, I bet you they are doing this. You know what I'm saying? I bet you $1 million that they're doing. It's like, there's no, like, forget your butt. Everybody has a budget. Like, I'm not talking about the millionaire, but the millionaire has a budget. He could get Birkin bags. But guess what? All it is, that's just a more expensive mousetrap. And what does a more expensive mousetrap do? And the cheap mousetrap, they just kill mice, right? So he just has a more expensive mousetrap, right? So forget about that. Take what you have, your Home Depot budget, your Walmart budget, whatever you doing, maximize it. Take the lady of your dreams that you see out, because they're 8 to 10s all over the place. You can find 8 to 10s at Burger King. I see them all the time. White Castles at Burger King. We all fucked up in the head thinking, yo, there's no 8 to 10s. They are all over the place. They're all over the place, right? Your eyes are not open. They're all over the place. But take your budget, stop being so damn cheap, Take your budget and put it towards what you really want and desire. And that's physical needs. People don't understand. You need physical needs more than you need them fucking Jordans.
Yeah,
or whatever gadget you just bought for yourself, your video game. Like, damn, you mad? Shit, you just paid $80 for a video game and a controller and shit, but you can't take a young lady out without having to ask her to split the shit. Yo, come on, bro. And then you wonder why she's going out with a guy who just got out of a relationship. You're like, yo, how come she with the same? This dude just got out of all because he is simping.
Yeah.
The smart dudes are simping. See, people don't know how to simp right. The smart dudes are simping. Come on.
You know what it is? I like that. But no one, the cats that are doing it aren't saying it though.
No, heck no. It's not popular.
That's the problem. See, that's the issue.
It's not popular to tell. Yeah.
And that's where it's confusing people at. And I think, and that's the problem. Because on the internet, it's saying, hey, don't do that.
Let me tell you what it sounds like.
Doors, they're doing it.
Let me tell you what it sounds like. It would take a guy who's very successful to tell somebody else who's not successful, like, yo, I'll do whatever it takes to get with that. Whatever it takes. She can have my whole check. Because I'll do whatever it takes to get with that. And guess what? He not gonna. Somebody would say, "Yo, he gonna give her his whole check. He's stupid." No, he's not stupid. Because the moment she plays him and does something stupid, he's on to the next chick that would appreciate that, dude. Correct. He ain't going. Come on, that's one check. How many checks you get in your life? You worried about one check. You worried about one check. Not even spending the whole thing. You worried about one check, a $200 dinner. For real? Are you kidding me, bro? And you really want that pussy that bad? You want her to deal with you that bad? And you already asked her to split some shit when she got all of the cream and all the shit you want? Are you kidding me? I'm laughing, bro. Split it already? Yo, it was about 2.5 years before I asked my wife to split some shit with me. I was telling her, like, yo, this shit breaking my pocket. I ain't gonna lie, I can't even pay my rent. I can't even pay my rent.
But you know what, though? We at that point, the equity is already established. You've already built equity at that point.
I'm just saying, get ready to get some losing done. And those who are out there looking for somebody, you might have more success. Yeah, I think you will have more success because somebody's going to appreciate what you have to offer. Think about this, right? The guys that are successful, like we're married, but the guys that are successful having multiple relationships, I bet you they are doing this. You know what I'm saying? I bet you $1 million that they're doing. It's like, there's no, like, forget your but everybody has a budget. Like, I'm not talking about the millionaire, but the millionaire has a budget. He could get Birkin bags. But guess what? All it is, that's just a more expensive mousetrap. And what does a more expensive mousetrap do? And the cheap mousetrap? They just kill mice, right? So he just has a more expensive mousetrap, right? So forget about that. Take what you have, your Home Depot budget, your Walmart budget, whatever you doing, maximize it. Take the lady of your dreams that you see out because they're 8 to 10s all over the place. You can find 8 to 10s at Burger King. I see them all the time. White Castles at Burger King. We all fucked up in the head thinking, yo, there's no 8 to 10s. Bodies. They are all over the place. They're all over the place, right? Your eyes are not open. They're all over the place. But take your budget. Stop being so damn cheap. Take your budget and put it towards what you really want and desire. And that's physical needs. People don't understand. You need physical needs more than you need them fucking Jordans.